GT3RS.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the beautiful Swabian Hills. This has to be one of the best days. Jump in. Let's go and see what it's like. 4 litres, 500 horsepower, and a lot of wing.
The best.
It's orange, and it's got this where the gear lever should be. The way this is going to work is, we're quite hurried as usual. We're going to go on the road. I'm going to drive it and see what it's like to drive on the street. Then I think we might go to a circuit and try it there. But for now, just look at that wing and look at those scoops. Yes, I'm still slightly obsessing over that rear wing, but before we begin this rather brilliant day, let's think about some numbers. The GT3RS obviously is a step on from the GT3. We have a 4 litre flat 6 in this one with 500 horsepower, 339 foot-pounds of torque. That is, respectively, 25 horsepower and 15 foot-pounds more than the standard GT3, but this is quite a different car. As you can probably see, it's the wider body from the turbo, so it's got that kind of hunkered down look. Massive 21-inch rear rims, 20-inch front rims, and even though it's got the wider body, it's actually 10 kilograms lighter than a GT3 because it's got a magnesium roof and a carbon fibre bonnet, carbon fibre front wings, carbon fibre rear deck lid, and carbon fibre rear wing. Yes, that rear wing. Have you seen the rear wing? Have you seen the rear wing on this car?
The motor is the centrepiece here.
See in the back.
Now 4 litres and with a new crank and intake system.
And then
It revs a little lower than 3.8, but 8,800 RPM is still mighty impressive. The intake system with the side inlets is now much more effective. The exhaust box is made from titanium. Porsche claims 0 to 100 miles an hour in 7.1 seconds, which in an atmosphere at 911 is completely nuts. The transmission is the same dual clutch as found in the GT3, but with several small improvements and slightly shorter paddle clicks. There is no manual option. The chassis is a big step over even the GT3. Track widths are up front and rear, and the rubber is enormous. 265 section at the front and 325 at the rear on a 21-inch rim. The rear tyre is carried over unchanged from the 918. As with all RS models, there are split lower arms for increased suspension adjustment and 3-way adjustable roll bars. There are 2 damper settings, and the car uses helper springs, which is quite rare for an RS. The rear steering system is carried over from the GT3. 410mm and 390mm ceramics are an option, smaller steels are standard. The rear locking differential is completely variable and can work up to 100% lock, and is fully torque vectoring. And those wings, well, they look amazing, but they make this a very sticky piggy. The front wing vents and splitter add 30% more downforce than the old 997, and the rear wing brings big improvements out back. I'm not going to quote the Porsche downforce numbers, but in my experience, wings that big with that angle of attack make a big difference. The interior is pretty normal 911. Some RS logos here and there, the option of Sport Chrono, and a special lap timing and data app. There are several seat options. These are the folding buckets, but the fixed back carbon jobbies are the ones to have. As ever, the Club Sport package with cage and extinguisher is a no-cost option. And one last point. The recess in the bonnet that then runs over the roofline helps make this, to my eyes, a really, really good-looking car.
Right, let's go and do some driving. Okay, I've got my exhaust button on, I'm in the manual gearbox, and there's 3rd gear. Okay? You getting that? Wow. Okay. First impressions, it does feel wider on the road than the GT3, so I'm being a bit more careful about the way I place the car. Immediately, more front axle grip. Even on the road, you notice it compared to the normal GT3. It's a 265 section front tyre. That's massive. That's the same width as a Boxster's rear tyre was when they launched it. smaller steering wheel makes it feel even more agile, but the grip levels on the road are just supreme. The engine, interesting, a lot more mid-range. It feels punchier lower down with that capacity. Unlike the GT3, which revs to 9, this is now back at about 8.8 at the limiter. Is that because the standard GT3's engine was letting go? I don't know. Is that a safety thing, or do they just not need to go that far? I haven't an answer for that. Gearbox. Well, okay, the can of worms. It's a PDK. I prefer a manual, but as these dual clutches go, it feels even faster and more responsive than it does in the GT3. I mean, it shifts. Get this.
Manual.
It's crazy. It's so fast. Yes. As a road car,
What do you think?
this is very interesting.
This LEGO set is a lot bigger than I thought it would be.
German roads are so
In the video
smooth,
that you
it's
showed me,
very
in
difficult
the
really to
German
make
guy was like
comparisons
the
between
German,
here
and he
and
talked
the
about
UK
it,
roads
and remember like,
normal
oh,
roads.
remember that guy?
With the
Yep.
third
It looked a
lap,
lot smaller,
German
but I think it was
doesn't feel
because
too
it was
bad,
bigger.
but you couldn't
But
make
so
that
big
UK.
compared to
What do you
me.
think? Should we end here? Are you pretty happy with your Lego set?
Is it completely
Is
usable
it
on the road?
pretty cool to see with Chris Harris?
Yeah.
All right.
Bucket seat